Hi, morning everybody. I'm doing this room TryHackMe TriCipher Summit. Basically, there's three sections in this room. There's supply chain and cryptography and smart contract. Okay, let's start as usual. I did a scan. So basically, we have port 80. There's the SSL 5000, 8000, and 944. Now if I go to the browser, I can see, for example, the port 80 said method not allowed, so basically this one is not useful for now. The SSL, it gives me a warning, so the port 443. So if I go advanced, of course when you have something like that, it's always check the cert. The cert also give you common name CDN, so it give you some an idea you can do. So you switch to domain name. So if I do that, let's just add my domain name in etc host file, so we can play now back to, instead to go in with the IP in the SSL, let's go with the domain name as it states. So let's go there, advanced, let's accept the cert. Then the cert tells us go to cdn tryhackme log /UI, so it's already tell you where to go. So if I go there /UI, then I get this. Let me zoom it. S3 Ninja emulate the S3 API for development and testing. So we have storage path, we have secret key, we have the access, we have libraries, we have access log. Access log is like it tell you libraries, form-submit.js, favicon. So all of them is this JS file, form.js. This is a license, this is a supported API, head supported waiver, so that's not too much information. Then we have an action here, so yeah, the delete, make it private so you can access to a library. Library said they have authentication. Let's open authentication. See, basically is the private key. There is some signing, there's decryption, there's all of fancy stuff here. And then it's calling this IP 1011. This is the data, this is password, username, so it's a login mechanism here for authentication. Then form.js, it's also, I think that's where the form is that send the data to that file authentication. There's RSA keys, there's AS encryption, and all of that is too fancy for us for now. So we have these two files, and we have action here. Because they are public, we can delete. Remember the first task, it said supply chain. Most of supply chain, it means we can modify the file, so one of them can be modified. Of course, now if we go to the 5000, if you go inside the 5000 with nmap, the 5000 it gives you very interesting things. It's port and also is SSL. So, and it give you is a form there. So if we change the connection for the 5000 from HTTP to let's use the domain name like we did here. So 5000 is running HTTPS 2. Let's run it in HTTPS. Accept the certificate. Then we have a login form. Of course, now you can think about too many things, brute force the form, do that, but remember we have a task. It said supply chain attack. So supply chain attack, it means you can control where the software updates. So mean somehow we can control changing this file. So we can change this file, but sorry, this is later on. The file that we can change, of course, from view page source, The interesting in the page source, if as always when you do something in the page source, there's nothing special here. This is the form, but we can see this libraries form.js. So this form is controlled by form submission file. So which means this file is the one that the form is using. This one, and it have the private key that it use. And then what it do? It do route 113 cipher, and then secret key. It go ISCBS, and then what it do? Is the IV is fix here. I think they did fix for us to easy encryption. This is 00, and then that mark and let's do our friend. This is not a normal form. Let's get the proxy on. See, if I, for example, say password, this is why interesting this form is not the normal form that we use. Usually got used to it. The reason why, so if I send this to a repeater, look what interesting about it. It gave me a result. It gave me a result like that. Even the result is let's see what is it, base 64. It's base 64. You are encoding base 64. Your username is incorrect, so it reply with base 64. And then if you look what it sent, it has a session, and then let's see, it doesn't really put your data get encrypted and signed, and there's the sign. So it's not like a normal form where you send a username and password, so you can place some kind of brute forcing or XSS or something like that. So you can just, if you go that route, you need to work with an encryption. It means you need to work in this file of form-submit.js. So the question is, because it's supply, it's already, we have the hint. The hint is supply chain attack. So the question is, because that form controls this, so the question is, how can we change this? Can we steal the data? So assuming there is an admin, like we did the previous room capture return, I think, where you do an XSS and you steal the username. So it means there is someone logging somewhere, we log and we steal their data. So before we delete, let me copy the JS file. That's the JS file. Let's copy it. Form-submit.js. I was trying something here. Let me show you how one didn't work for me. That's why if someone has an idea, vim form-submit.js. So my idea was, okay, this is the original file, so can we change this file so we can steal the data if someone tried to log in? So my idea was, okay, so I do the same technique I used before. So for example, I can add this little script in the back. The GET request didn't work for me, so I want to show you something, and then we show the solution that did work. So I'm calling my Python server here. So the idea, I leave the script as it is. I just add, because now the form ID, remember, I'm still reading the form login form ID, as we said when we go to page source. The form name is, the ID is login form, and then we have the password, and we have the username. So this JavaScript is basically listen and then steal the username password, and it's supposed to send it to me. I use this image because the GET request didn't work for me. Any case, let's play this one first. So I will submit all the scripts in the link so everybody can see them. So the idea, of course, is supply chain attack. So basically, okay, I will I'll just delete this one. Why is taking long? So whenever you do oh sorry, I didn't, the burp is still on. I did that mistake yesterday. Okay, we deleted, we upload now the updated version of the script. So let me open this and make sure that we have the update version. Let me refresh. Okay, we have the update version that our script here. So if I go now to this login form and refresh the page, if I try test something now, it tell me login first, and then of course my Python is supposed to get me. You can see that I got, when I tested, so I got my username, so I can steal, but my assumption was there is someone, or backend there's someone will log in and I will steal their username and password. Ironically, it doesn't work for whatever reason. You try to wait, is nothing coming in, so I'm not sure why it didn't work. Or maybe this room has some kind in background that doesn't allow this trick, so only one specific trick because of the bucket. The only so it doesn't, so you can try another one. So if I test myself, I keep getting but I'm waiting for an admin to come to log in, but it seems it doesn't. So the question is, because we can upload files, so we can use something else. So you can see it's nothing. So the next thing, this one didn't work, so the next one was, if sending to our server doesn't work, can we do, the next best thing is saving it to the bucket. Maybe that's the room only allows saving to the bucket. I don't know why. Maybe someone has an idea why this thing doesn't work. Please let me know. So the next thing to do is, where is that GS? This is GS file. So now let's remove what we did now. That's it. Let's add now the new one. Oops. Why is not insert? If we add the new one basically what it said, this URL, where it came from, because the idea now, instead, because it doesn't want to send me the data to my server, to this, so the idea, why don't send it to the bucket? So let's have it in the bucket. Let's delete now this script. Let's do something because to show you why that link came from. So if we intercept now, let's put burp on, and then where's the proxy? If I send to repeater, this is the why I'm using that. The link is UI libraries upload, and then the file name, and then the name that file you want to submit. So basically that's what it is here. If we go here, so it means steal the password, listen to the username password, get the username and password, and then format it like login detail are username, format like password is password, then exfiltrate the format credential and save them in with fetch to this, because remember it used this, we need to use the same syntax where it's save. and then we call the file stolen login.txt, method post, continue, and multiple format data. Of course, the rest of the script stay the same, so it's not have problem of it. So basically is that if we send, it's done. This is done, that whatever. So let's stop the burp from here, disable it. Let's see if leave the page, and then we have our formats. If we go back now to the where is that, the form, and then make sure that we got the GS. So this is the old one. Let's refresh, so you can see we're using now the stolen text, so our updated GS file. So now the one that sent into Python didn't work for whatever reason, so now we're trying to save it directly in the bucket. So if I go now, if we go to Ninja, refresh it again, there is no you can see now is that's what I said, there is an admin that logging in the background the script, and we stole their login details, and that's the text login detail are, because we tell the script to write it like that, login detail are, username, password, and then we got information. So the question, of course, why the other one doesn't send me the data to Python, I don't know. I tried many way, but doesn't want. So that's our file was sitting there. So there is an admin login in the background, and we stole their and that's why supply chain attack it mean. It mean you need to control your libraries. So if someone was able to access where the update library came from, he can hack you. So that's how the first lesson. So if you go TryHackMe, and then what's that file again, and the password is password. So if I go there and try to log in, save it, and it says, congrats, if you got there for the right reason, check the response of API request from information. The reason why is, as you can see, it went straight to congratulation, so we lost it. So we need to, there's two ways to do it. So you can go back, and then we can inspect this. Let's make it to the left, to the right. So basically what I want to say to him is debugger network, let's refresh it. So basically what we try to do it is like this GS file. Where is the GS file? This submit GS, I want to control it now. I don't want it to go to congratulation. Where is the congratulation? This is the redirect to congratulation. I don't want him to go to because I want to catch it, the response before he redirect. So I'm doing a break here, so I don't want him to go to straight to redirection. So if I log in, I stop him now. So I don't want him to go to redirection. So now where is the response? If I go to network, not form submission, this is the login form, and that's our response. I get row. So if I contact this is the API response before it redirect. So if I go to our friend Cyber Chef, and then listen, let result equal, I think it's base 64, so let's put this 4, and they said congratulations, you got the username and password, now provide the OTP at super wherever. So where is that that thingy? So one way to do it like that, okay, we can finish it. Now we lost the API, or we can do it this way. We can do this, our friend proxy, let's clear it. Burp also can catch the API, so you can send to what? No, that's wrong. Let's go back. Why is post UI libraries? Oh, we're still doing something here. Disable. What's wrong with you, Burp? My friend Burp. Why the post is oh, that I'm not sure what's going on here. Let me close this one. I don't need this one. Let me close it. Where are you? Let me go back to the login form. Proxy. Pep login form. Why is giving me the library upload? Post. Oh, because my GS. Oh, because my GS has in any case, we got with Firefox I was able to catch it. So what the hell? It worked. So it did work. We didn't wait for it. That's the password. How this one worked now? At what time it came? 47. It came at 49. At 55. It wait for 6 minutes. So if you wait, you can get it. Okay, nice. I can see that. So I'm happy with it. Like it works now. So we can do both of them. So we can use the image as XSS to steal the password. It does work. Okay, that's fine. So you know what we can do now is it's getting my message. It keeps sending me that file. So after we steal now, we can go back and put everything as it was, because I'm getting a bit confused now. I don't want to waste too much time. Let's put the GS as it was in origin, because and then let me get that page again. UI or what? No, it's not in libraries. Let's get that one. Let's kill the proxy, because I'm getting confused now. Let me put the original now, because we're done from stealing. So after we steal, we can put everything back so they don't catch us. So let's put the GS back. I want to test that thing with the proxy, so it seems the proxy keep running on me. So we got back our GS. So if I go to, after we got now the original GS file, after we stole the information, now should baby should pick this. Don't tell me send file. It still get me this. I don't know what's going on. Where's the GS? No, that's GS, the new one. I don't know why burp is somehow it has. Let me refresh it. Force refresh. Burp has a problem with it's like he keep remembering the old GS file or something. Oh, now he's not remembering the old GS file. If I send to repeater, we get there, and we get this result as we did in burp, and that's what. Why is not decoding it? What's wrong with you? You can't decode it. It's decode from base 64. You can't decode anything. Funny enough. It's a base 64, but oh yeah. Congratulations, you got the username. So you can get it from and that's your first flag. So basically you can get it from burp. You do the intercept it in Firefox as we did, then you go to this. So we got the first flag and cool and fine. And remember what he said to us. He said go to super this to get the OTP. So if I go there and then / super secret to TP. Why? Let's kill the burp, because they give us the URL now. They said let's go / super secret to secret OTP. So now again I thought about it and said, oh, why don't use burp or zap for and fuzz the OTP. The problem is this: if you go to page source now, again is another JavaScript interesting here. So this is JavaScript 2. If we go now to zoom it, remember the first question. The second question now is reverse engineer cryptography. So it's not like just fuzzing the OTP. So here, that's why ChatGTP was important, because this is a public key and then private key. You use an RSA SHA-256, then there is row13, and then cipher, and then get the secret in encryption, use IS, and then IV is fixed zeros, so make it a bit simpler, and then so every time, and that's how you fetch the secret. So every time you send an OTP, is the same what happened with the login form. It doesn't send it in plain text, so you encrypt it. So if, for example, you want to intercept this in burp, for example, if I go to proxy and let's say I make a test 50555, for example, you can see everything is encrypted there. It's not like your 55 is somewhere. It's signed, the data is encrypted, and there is the MAC. So basically, it's not what you think. You don't do it with fuzzing. So basically, you need to make a script that do the same things as what this OTP is doing. And you can see the body, the MAC, and data, encode the data and then sign it. So we need all this information. So of course to write this script is a bit a nightmare, so I got help from ChatGPT for this. So the script is the OTP is this one. This is the whole script I will output in 9. So this MAG is this one. This is the value, so the private key. So because in SSL you disable warning because we don't have a self-signed certificate. And then here the script of Python, I got it from ChatGPT. Basically use the same things, use the row 13, then encrypt the key, use the 000, and then decryption. Remember, you send the data, and then also when you receive it you need to decrypt it, and then has the data, the MAC, the sign, and all of this. And then of course to test it, you just make it test simply from 1000 to 5000, and then assume that the response has a flag on it. So if flag is in the result, break and print. So let's run this script. If I go Python 3.9 otp.py, I hope it doesn't tell me some library is missing. It's not. So he's trying, and then when he will find it, he will stop. I think someone need to learn a lot of Python now. When you start getting fancy in these rooms, and knowledge in Python is great. ChatGPT, I spent a long time with him for the next task. Even I teach him. He couldn't figure it out. I will talk about it later on. Okay, he got. We got the next flag, and it tells us port 30,000 and the OTP is 133. So we already got that information. So we have the correct port number is 1313. If I put there, it tells you congrats. If there we can't do it in Firefox, you can do inspect here because it's encrypted the data. It's not base 64, so you need a Python script to decrypt it. So I need to visit 3000. So we have 3000. Where is 3000? If you go to 3000, secure connection failed, so you assume it's not SSL. So remove the SSL, and we got the blockchain. Now the blockchain, what we can do with it. Now first of all, you can see it's solidity. So it's written in language solidity. Now he said they give us one ether. We have the wallet, we have the private, we have the contract, we have the URL RPS. So okay, the first thing you do is when there is any URL, you can always just add it to your etc host, so GTS, so later on we don't forget about it. We have the chain ID, and then basically if you read this, it's already, it give you interesting part is solved. So is solved, you solve it. So basically this is the function we're interested on. And then we have transfer, and then you have the balance. Of course we have some money there, so to run the transfer function, it tell you only owner can run it, and if the owner is running it, you solve it equal true. So it means for us to get the flag, you're assuming this is the function that return you solve it. The only function that use esolve in these things is this one. So we need to call this function to have usolve it equal true. So this is the variable we need. You need to be true. For us, you need to be owner. Now, so we assume we are not the owner, and then where is the other function? That function reset address. Owner equal reset address. So basically this function reset, if we give a new address, which we assume we give our wallet address, if we give it our wallet address to this function, we give our wallet, we become the owner. If we are the owner, we can go to transfer function, we call it, it doesn't need variable. The function check if we are the owner, because we do the reset here, so we are the owner. So the function require bounce greater than 0, which is where they have 1, so we are fine. And then balance owner and this get it true, which is mean we solve it. And then if we click here, challenge is not complete, and we got everything. This is just a declaration, so it's not to be honest here, for a couple of days ChatGPT couldn't even give the correct script. I was reading the internet about this article, for example, how to call in Python the contract, how to call it if the function doesn't, like for example in our case, transfer function, and then the transfer function doesn't need variable, you can just call it. So you can't call it like that without the function that need the variable, like changing the owner, you need to call it like that with transaction, because reset function, it need address. Now because we're going with Python, and then remember the script here, you need where is it? I closed that pages. Any case, after fighting with the ChatGPT and all of that, I made my own script first with the help with the other websites, and then I give it to ChatGPT to make it look nicer. So the file is vim transfer. This is the script that will solve the room. So basically it's Web3. Of course we have all these variables, so we have 3 transactions we need script will do. He get the first who is the owner now, then change the owner, and then do the transfer. Now I need to give him this variable because each room you reset, so I need to give him now your wallet. So I need to give, remember I say it's already here in the room itself, you goal have is solve function return true, so we know here what to do. So I need to get copy the wallet address, I need the private key, and I need the contract. Of course now they have 2 things we don't have. We don't have the ABI. Now how to get the ABI? First of all, I need Solidity in this computer, which I don't have, so I need to install it quickly. To do that I need to get the Ethernet. I don't know if you use in your computer, maybe you already have it. That's my file, but let me log out of this. So I need to do a repository of Ethernet. Then because we use the Solidity, I need to install the command line for it, because I need to get that ABI file. Let me show you how to get it. You don't need to do this because I will give you the script that already have this. This is where the function is. Now I need to install that function. And now let's see. Then if I need to get the file.sol, we already have the file, is this one. Basically we're extracting all the function from this file. Okay, let me do that. Now we already have because solc command, now we have it, so we can run it to extract the ABI. And then if I go to output directory, I have this file. If I cut that file, and this is what we need, that's the one that you take it to your script, and which exactly we have it here is the same one, and that one is this one. That's what this basically the function that we have. That's why we, for example, remember when we said control F, for example, transfer function, transfer deposit, for example, you can call it straight, for example, no payable function type, reset function, you need to give her the address. You know, this is the function that we no, reset function. Where is the reset? Reset no, name reset, type function, output doesn't have. Sometimes this one, it confused me a little bit. Where is the next one? Reset address, you need to give it address. I'm not sure how exactly 100% these things work, but it took time to fix this script, you know, to be honest. This is the ID we already have from this room, it's there. So basically reset the owner, verify new owner, perform the transfer. Remember, the transfer you just call it directly because it doesn't need variable. The owners only reset the owner where you need to do a caller address. You can see the other one are empty, you just call them directly. And then that's where is that this is where you create transaction in Web3. So you need that gas and all of that or something. And okay, let's run the script, guys. I'll put it of course now the top is start you try to connect and all of that. And now let's see if all of this working before we jump. Now let's make sure we are, if you get now, it said challenge is not complete. So now let's run this script, Python 3.9. let's try and transfer py. Let's see what it says. No model web3. As we said, we need to install pipe, install web3. Okay, installing. After finish installing, we can run the script. It will do all the steps for us, so we don't need to do one by one. So we do the checking the current, the new one, and then do the transfer for us. Okay, so let's run the script now. The first warning, I think, is some kind of libraries in this computer not update or something. So look, for example, the current owner address, the one before this one, it was the owner. That's why we can't do a transfer. Now the new owner, you can see my 0xED92 is the same. That's the new one. So we did the change the owner. So and then we did the transaction, and that's the hash, the final transaction. So the old owner, us now we become a new, that's our wallet address, and we did the transfer and we got the reply of the transaction. Now if I go to the room, if things are, you can see now it changed, become 99. So it means this transaction happened, that's why it changed from 1. Now if I get the flag, it tells me challenge solved. So we got now the challenge. So that's the script, guys. I'll put it in the link so everybody can check it. I'm not too much strong in Python, so I can't lie to you. So to spend time, I said, especially this script, this transfer script. This is the final version. The version before this wasn't like this. I did my own, as I said, combining from this. ChatGPT couldn't do it in the first time. It's always errors. It can't connect. It can't do that. Then I built it myself in simple reading article, and then I took it to ChatGPT and said, okay, this is solution work. Can you make it nice? And then ChatGPT just did the function, define function, and define this to look more nicer. So basically, it's okay. This is nice room. I said so I will do this room later on again to confirm this working. I was very happy that it did work. So we got this. I didn't know I need to wait for 6 minutes. I didn't wait for 6 minutes. I don't know why I need to wait for 6 minutes. So I will check if so it means it work. I don't need to save the file in the bucket. So basically, possibly both scripts are working. The image one, or the sending the file to a file. Okay, that's the room, guys. Thank you very much, and I hope you like it. If you have a question, please, you have a comment there. Thank you very much. Have a good weekend.